Hey guys, welcome to my new Blender tutorial for beginners. So this video is going to be an introduction to Blender for the beginners. So when you open up Blender, you will see three objects: a camera, cube, and a lamp. They're set by default. Um, you can select objects by pressing right mouse button on them. But if you want to select multiple objects at once, you have to press the shift key and press right mouse button and then press X to delete it, because I don't want it right now. Let me turn on my screen cascades. I'm gonna tell you right now about the interface. So this here is the tool shelf where you can translate, rotate, scale objects and do various kinds of things, but we'll go over that in the later episodes of this tutorial. You can, if you want to hide it, you can press T, and if you want to see it again, you can press T again to bring it back. So this here is the properties panel. You can modify your object. You can add textures, materials, modifiers. So we're gonna go through that in the future too. And here is the panel where you can see your objects. If you're placing like a car here, the key for the cars here and table here, everything will be featured here. You can change the name, you can delete it here, and you can hide it and unhide it and do etc, so on. So this right here is the animation panel, but we're not gonna go through that right now because this is not for no, sorry sorry about that. This is not a animation tutorial. I know very little about doing animation in Blender, so this is going to be 3D modeling tutorial. So there are so many modes in Blender. You can see in which mode you are by clicking here. At the beginning, when you open Blender, you are in object mode, which means you can move objects completely. You see, this is the transform tool, which you can use to move in a certain axis. If you want to move freely, hit G, and then if you don't wanna if you wanna reset to your last position, just hit right mouse button, or if you wanna place it, hit left mouse button, but I'm gonna leave it right there. And if you see right here down the bottom, you can press this to rotate your objects, and also you can rotate freely by pressing R and then moving it around. Now another important thing that you can remember is when you hit G and you hit X, it will move only in the X axis, and if you hit R and you can hit Z, and it will place the X axis, and you can rotate around the X axis. See? So I'm just gonna leave it right there. This one is the scale tool, which you can use to scale objects, and you can also press S to scale objects. It's pretty easy to remember it, because S is for scale, R is for rotate. Only G you can remember, like grab. You know, if you press G, it's like you're grabbing the object, so you can remember all of them easily. So we're in object mode right now, but what if we want to make this corner here come to here, you know, like a sharp object? You can go into edit mode by pressing here R, can hit tab to snap back and forth into object and edit mode. We're in edit mode right now, and you can see that there is a selection mode here which appears in edit mode. This is the vertex select mode, which means you can select vertices. I'm sorry. What a vertex is? It's the base of every object. Without vertices, there is no object. It's the corner. You see, there's no vertices in the center right now, so every vertices is in the corner. So this is the edge select mode, which means you can select edges, and just like in object mode, you can hold down shift key and then press right mouse button to select multiple edges or multiple vertices. And this here is the face select mode, and just like your object mode, you can control it here, but you're controlling parts of the object and not the complete object itself. So as I said, if you wanna just sharpen this object here, bring it out, you can use the transform tools to move it to your liking. See, looks pretty not so nice, but if that's what you wanted, you see right now it's like a ship or something. Alright, and you can also move your faces, and it will just scale the object, and then you can move edges, and you can do pretty much almost everything in edit mode. You'll spend most of your time in edit mode because we're not going to leave an object like cubes, and we're not going to make a big object by stacking up cubes and spheres, etc. We're just going to modify it, and so that's it for this tutorial, I guess. So in the next tutorial we're gonna learn how to create edge loop and extrusion and so on. So peace out right now.